go. So we going live on the um about the T app that got hacked. So first of all, I feel like this whole thing is funny, and I think all the women involved in this got what they deserve. And it's let's just start off by saying, let's address the app first. First of all, whoever made the app, I do cybersecurity. I'm currently in school for cybersecurity, and I've been doing coding, so I know how to code, and I do cybersecurity. It's kind of like, you know, two intertwining um, professions. So the thing that gets me is that with the app, they could have used something like SQL or Linux to um, lock down our file, or to put a code on our file so that only administration could get into that file. How they missed that, oh, I have no idea. So to me, I honestly feel like it's a possibility it could have purposely been done. For example, like if you know coding and you know cybersecurity, then you would know what I'm talking about. Cause that right there was just crazy to me. I do not get how you can miss something like that. As a cybersecurity analyst, of course, that's my field. But I know Linux and SQL, Linux or SQL, you could use either one or two of them to go into um, the website or the app and y- y- lock it down so that visitors can't get into that. They could only have permission to like read or explore or go to profile, but it's a simple, extremely simple, easy fix to lock out visitors from a file. It's very simple to give the admin or administration the permission and lock everyone else. So that's why I think, see, y'all not gonna know because some folks don't do cybersecurity or what you call that other thing, cybersecurity or coding. So for people that don't do cybersecurity and people that don't do coding, you're not gonna know how easy it is to go into that app and fix that back wall to where all those 72,000 females personal driver's license and personal information got leaked. So because that's my field, then I would know. And that's why I'm saying women are so close to hop on something like this, not knowing that the people that made the app, me as a cybersecurity analyst, for them to leave that file open, it had to have been purposely done because that's a simple, easy fix. So the fact that the T app got hacked and all the information got put out there, either a man made it or just I hope is that it was purposely done, because if women put that app together and they left it open to where people can get into them files, that just it just makes women look bad, bro. It makes you look stupid. I'm gonna just come out and say it, because ain't like, again, as a cybersecurity analyst and someone that does coding, it ain't no way that file should have been open like that. So I definitely think that it was purposely done. I really think that it was purposely done because it's if you know, you know. So the people that made this app, it could have been hackers, but it's not. The file not being secured, that's not someone that hacks. That's not their MO. They're not gonna do something like that. They're not gonna make that type of mistake. If it was a mistake on, on the administration and they just forgot to lock that shit out, that's just bad. It makes y'all look dumb as hell for the people to know. It just really makes y'all look dumb as hell. And I really feel bad and sorry, and y'all pitiful. Like it's just pitiful, man. Furthermore, that's why I say, you know what? I feel like it kind of probably was purposely done, or somebody just running this company is just an idiot, because that's an easy fix. Now, I feel like it could have been a man that set this stuff up and played women, and y'all all fell, all 72,000 of y'all fell for it and got your information leaked. Also, but because we don't know, we really don't know. We don't know if it's a man that got that shit or a woman got that shit. I don't know. I haven't seen a picture of a CEO or a founder or anything like that, so I'm kind of off with that. I wouldn't be able to say much to it. Now, when it comes to the purpose of the app, I feel like the purpose of the app is stupid. I feel like the purpose of the app is unfair. It's not right, because on some real ish, when it comes to stuff like dating people, and you know saying, trying to get the MO on someone, the 411 on people, or even when it just comes to gossiping or talking about someone, regardless if you talking ish or whatever, that person not there to defend themselves. And there's three sides to every story: your version, his or her version, and then the actual truth. So for you to go onto an app to just get some tea on it, because they're not going to get information about a dude, they're going to talk ish. That's the whole purpose of it. They're going to talk ish about their exes and niggas that they used to date, and it's not fair because they have a side too. Like, it's one dude, he didn't even date these girls. He just went to, I think he said they worked at Olive Garden. He was a waiter at a server at Olive Garden. He didn't even fuck with them, and they put him on an app and said that, oh, he might be gay. He gave me gay vibes, and bro, that's just messed up, man. You can't call a man gay because he didn't want everything he said. I agree with, because I remember I used to work at a restaurant. It's a couple years ago. I used to work at a restaurant, and there were like three girls there that liked me, but one of the girls, of all three of the girls, she was a complete hoe. She had a thing for light skinned dudes. And when I got there, like, I was about to start fucking with her. But when I got there, like, people were telling me, like, yo, she fucking with him and him. So, you kind of get cool with people. And as my time there progressed and I started getting cool with more people, kind of find out she was fucking with six dudes at the job. And when she, cause you know what I'm saying, cause she was sexy, she was fine, she was definitely fine. So when she asked me, bro, like, why you not fucking with me? Why you not? I told her, I said, honestly, I don't remember everything I said, but basically, I was basically like, could you fuck with a lot of dudes at the job? And her response was something borderline like, yeah, I do, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, oh, wow. That shit threw me off. Like, I said, damn. But are women going to tell those type of stories on this app? Are they going to tell you? See, I'm not, like, I'm cool with the girl. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spoken to her since then. But is she going to come on this app and say, because she might put me on the app, mad because I didn't want to talk to her, and then call me gay, talk shit about me, create lies and rumors about me. But is she going to tell y'all, oh, well, he didn't want to fuck with me because I was fucking with six dudes at the job? Is she going to say that? Probably not. More than likely, she not. Them women not going to tell. They're not going to put on this app the shit that they done, the dirt that they done, because ain't nobody innocent. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's goofy and it's silly and it's not fair. And furthermore, let us men put out an app and we do the same thing y'all did, first of all, our shit gonna be locked down tight so that some stupid idiot don't leave no damn backdoor file open so that people's information get leaked. That's not gonna happen because we smarter than that. Two, oh, it's gonna be the end of the world. So y'all could talk shit about us, but let us make our own app and do the same thing y'all did. Oh, it's gonna be the end of the world. It's gonna be the end of the world. Bitches gonna be crying. People gonna be talking about something they suing, and it's gonna be a lot worse stories too. So I just feel like the only women that's entertaining this and the only women that are trying to quote unquote expose their exes are bitter ass women. It's women that got rejected from not carrying themselves correctly. It's women that not gonna ever get married or never gonna find a good man to take care of them. It's women that you know what I'm saying? You just got a bad choice of men. Like, to speak on that, I feel like it's just a bunch of bitter ass women that's gonna be on there, and I think a bunch of bitter ass women is what's actually on there because the only type of mindset of a person that's like, oh yeah, I'm finna get back at him. I'm finna put this information out. It's stupid. It's just weak ass hurt woman. That's it. And you can't take their word for it. You don't know the man's story, so it's like it is what it is. And every time women do something like this, every time they do something like creating some apps and stuff like that, it backfire on y'all because some women are attracted to those dudes that was in those photos and pictures. Some women want to know how the D is. They like, oh, he cute. How good is it dick? And now you're mad because only thing you did was gave that man free exposure. Because let's just be real, I don't give a damn what it say. If it ain't something like child molestation or disease or rape, if it ain't one of them three things, borderline even domestic violence, if it ain't one of them four things, and a lot of women are attracted to that dude that they put on there, oh, they're gonna be trying to find out his name, address. They gonna want some of him. So you thinking you putting somebody on blast and you embarrassing someone or you talking ish about someone, you think that you finna quote unquote expose someone. All you did was gave that man free advertisement. Now the woman, because the woman in the apps were asking about D size, how good they want to get their turn. That's all y'all really did, man. So then when that happens, now you're mad. Now you're mad because this whole app that you made to talk shit about a dude that you don't like anymore because I guess y'all feelings got hurt or it didn't work out. Now you gave that man free advertisement. Now bitches on the app want that man. She want a piece of that man now. And you're like, no, 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 you supposed to hate him. What woman saying? They were saying he might have did you like that, but he ain't finna do me like that. Now the app turns into a war zone of women fighting for this dude. And it's funny because here's the thing. Now it's like, now the app is gonna be like I said, a war zone, and bitches was on there arguing back and forth about these dudes. So to me, it's just like every time these hurt, fragile, weak, feminist ass women get together, it always blows up. They always have a civil war. Someone said if he was so bad, then why you mad if I get him? That's the type of stuff these girls on this app was talking about. So it goes to show you that nah, man, these are just bitter ass women. These are just hurt, bitter ass women. So to me, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the good women, I feel like because y'all are women, you have like this natural instinct to side with women or back women. But if you're a good woman, right? Because some of y'all gonna get married. Some of y'all gonna get the boyfriends, the husbands. Some of y'all gonna be kept. Just because you're a woman don't mean that you need to side with women. Because ever since this war between men and women started with dating and relationships, the only thing that's happening is y'all are letting the bad women of society talk for y'all. The good women are letting the bad women of society speak for y'all. And it's all in the name of feminist or woman power or whatever. And it's like, stop doing that because it don't apply to you, good women. It applies to those bad heifers that they don't, on some real ish, those women don't really want no dude. They don't want no husband. They don't want no boyfriend. They gonna talk like they do. They gonna say they do. They gonna do the podcasts and the interviews and all that. But they don't want no man. They ain't trying to be loyal to no dude. They want a roster. They want a starting five. Shit, they on there starting 10. They want a football team. They just want to be fucking with multiple niggas that got money that's keeping them kept. And when they're playing to hustle these men out of their money, don't go their way, now they're mad. Now men ain't shit. Men know this, men know that. You know what I mean? Some of these women don't even like men. Some women didn't have experiences with men that was bad. And it caused them to forever hate men or whatever. And y'all letting women like that really secretly or probably bisexual or gay, or just secretly hate men because of their own bad experiences, nothing due to their own fault. Y'all letting women like that act like, they're trying to find a good man or whatever. And at the end of the day, they not. They don't want that. They really just hate men. That's just what it boils down to. They just literally hate men. So, all 72,000 of y'all, you done got what you deserve. I know that probably most of y'all had bad experiences, but at the end of the day, if you not saying you were raped, you opened your legs to that man. You chose and picked those men that you allowed to lay between your legs and experience your, what's the word I want to call it? Your black hole. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's facts too. That's facts too. What's that name? McGore CEO. If I'm saying it right, I'm sorry. McGorich. McGorich. I hope I'm saying it right. Most of those women are ugly. A lot of those women were ugly. These not beautiful ass. These ain't fine women. These not beautiful women. So to the beautiful woman and the good woman, please stop letting these women that's on the T app speak for y'all. Y'all gotta step up and block those heifers out. Y'all not going through that. The good woman, that's not you. You don't have no bad experiences. The other women do. Because they're no good. They had bad experiences and then they just hate men. Now every man a dog because I guess 1 to 30 niggas that you ever been in with in your life did you wrong. Now every man on earth is a dog. Like I said, you laid on your back. You got on all fours or two. You bent over. You spread your legs 10 to 2 o'clock. You allowed them niggas into you. Ain't nobody force you. Unless you were raped. If you were raped, then that's a different story. But for the most part, nah, B. You chose those men. It's like same thing with the men. You chose those women. You fought to get between her legs. You begged her to get between her legs. You wanted to get behind her. You wanted to bend her over. You wanted to do. You did. These are you grown as adults, man. You wanted to experience that. Now you got a baby mama, or you just, you're not thinking straight because you're lusting. And some of y'all, most of y'all, put lust over everything. You put lust over love. You put lust over loyalty. So stop blaming people. It's you. It's you. If everyone, all 72,000 of y'all, if everyone, and again, including men, if anyone stepped into a bathroom and just looked into the mirror and everyone said, you know something, it's me. I'm going to change. Where would be, like, how much better would this relationship, dating stuff get? How much better with okay, let's say it might not be you. If you still just take a look into the mirror and just be like, all right, it might not be me, but I'm gonna just say it's me, and I'm gonna examine myself to see how I can better myself and be a better person into the world, then this whole back and forth male versus female relationship BS, it would be fixed. It wouldn't be as bad as it is because everyone's taking accountability. And I know women are allergic to that word, but anyway, it would get better. But nobody wants to do that. It's everybody and their mama's fault, but it's not your fault. And that's the thing at the end of the day. I know people lie and put on fake personas and play you and things like that. That's true. That happens. But you have to be smart. A lot of people just lust. Even women, that some women be like, oh, I remember I used to work with this girl. She used to talk about how all these girls just getting ran through, just getting fucked. And she's like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't gonna happen to me. Well, it happened to her. She got used and fucked. She would talk so much about the other bitches that it's like, well, the same thing just happened to you. So now she hurt, down bad, crying and all that shit. But it's like, there's ways to avoid this stuff. Controlling your sexual urges is one way to avoid this stuff. But I'll tell you another story. But people just, you can't control yourself. So, and you might be like, shit, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to, like, go without sex? Yeah. Yeah, it's really not hard, man. When you focus on other stuff and don't lust, you can go pretty penny without sex. You can take some. I went 4 years without sex. Technically it was 8 years, but I went 4 years. Got with this girl for about a month. Um, Long story short, she got with this producer out in LA. She tried to make it seem like she wasn't feeling him, but she cut it off with me. Went to the producer in LA. He a producer. At that time, he doing better than me. So, hey man, I charge it to the game. I don't. Adios amigos. I'm not. It is what it is. So after that month, then I went another 4 years without sex, and I'm going out on a date this weekend. So hopefully I get lucky. But if I don't, then it's like come September, it would be my 9th year without sex. So it ain't been easy for me, you know what I mean? But when I was younger, man, I went through them. I ain't gonna lie. From judges, lawyers, policewomen, strippers, international executives, shit, even 2 reality stars. I was getting around. But I still, for the past 8 years, however you want to look at it, I still control myself. I still discipline myself. And that's what these women lack. It's everyone's fault. You mad and pissed off because you can't find yourself a good man. And now the men that you've been through, now you want to expose them. And it's like they have a side of the story too, man. They got a right to defend themselves and say, well, nah, it didn't go down like that. This is my version. But if everyone takes accountability, this shit whack. Like, we won't be going through this shit. We won't be going through this shit at all. Stop blaming people for your own downfalls, man. Stop blaming people. If you 18, 18, well, I ain't gonna say 18, 21 and up, not even 21, 23 and up, you should kind of like have it together when it comes to like dating or feeling vibes out with people so that you don't get ran through. Control yourself. Really control yourself. Stop being so damn lustful. Furthermore, just tell you a story about why you need to control yourself. So I was talking to this girl. This woman hates me, by the way, now, and I'm about to explain why. So I remember talking to this girl. I went down to Miami, met her in Miami. Me and her was hooking up, or whatever. When I left Miami, she was coming up to um New York to see me. You know what I mean? So after a while, I went back to Atlanta, and now I'm in Buckhead. And um, so basically, me and her went like a small period of not speaking to each other, and because of like work and drama. I'll say drama and work, but when I started talking to her again, she hit me up out of the blue, and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" So we've been talking a lot, and she said she's coming to Atlanta. So I was like, "All right, well, don't." She's like, "In 3 months, I'm gonna be in Atlanta." So I said, "All right, well, in 3 months, just don't have sex." Like, I I don't see how that's hard. Like, I've done that all the time in the past, and there's times that I've gone long periods of time without sex, so that's something that I'm kind of used to. So she told me her response was, which blew me the hell away. Her response was, "What the fuck I'm supposed to do for 3 months? How you gonna tell me not to have sex for 3 months? Blah 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 blah. Blah. I gotta get some. What I'm supposed to do? Jerk off and masturbate?" I was like, word. I was so shocked. I was like, and this a female talking like this. This a woman talking like this. I screenshot the text, sent it to my sister, and was like, "Do you see this shit?" I was, what's the word? Flabbergasted? Yeah, I think that's it. I was flabbergasted. So, long story short, me asking her to keep her legs closed for 3 months because when she came to Atlanta and see me, or when she come to Atlanta and see me, because I've been seeing her for some time and talking to her for some time, I kind of didn't want to wear a condom anymore. I was like, we could do it raw because I thought I could trust her like that, but I was wrong. So, anyways, what happened is, like, 2 weeks after the argument, I'm not hearing from her. So I'm like, damn, bro, it's been like 2 damn weeks. She didn't say shit. Then she hits me up again out of the blue. She's like, "Hi, whore." I'm like, "What's good? What's up?" I'm like, "Yo, so you got everything to prep? Like, um, I'm for real. Like, don't be, like, you could go 3 months without sex now because we're supposed to get tested. Like, I got tested, and yeah, so this is part of the story. So I got tested Sent her my results. Everything negative, 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 negative. Eh. So she hits me back and she's like, I just hate that you're always right. I'm like, what are you talking about? When it came to shit with her, I was always right. I ain't gonna even hold you on that. I was always right on a lot of shit when it came to her. So I'm like, what are you talking about? You're just, honestly, you're just a good guy, and I know you're a good guy for me, and I just want to be a bad girl because I'm used to being with bad dudes, and you just make me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? What do you mean? So she sends me her test result. Well, long story short, in that 3 month period that I told her to not have sex, she didn't listen to me, and she had sex, and she caught herpes. So paperwork was like 20, I think it said like 23% HPAA1 or whatever, whatever herpes is, how it shows on the files or documents. That's what she called. She called herpes. And insult to injury, she caught both herpes. She caught herpes in the mouth and herpes in the private. Now, a friend of mine that he's a nurse or whatever, he was like, damn, she caught both. Like, I said, yeah, this is what she told me. She caught both. And he was like, what the hell was she doing? Because it's extremely rare and extremely difficult to catch both. So I don't know. So I went on ahead and asked her, and said she had a threesome. The two dudes ran a train on her, and both of them had herpes. Now it was funny because when I first met her, her cousin, her own flesh and blood, said that she's like, I met her, was other guys there, other girls and guys there when I met her. And her cousin actually whispered to me, y'all could run a train on her if y'all wanted to, because she's into that type of thing. I said, nah, I don't do that. I don't get down. It'll never happen. I ain't running no train on no female, not with no dude, especially because my gay friends, they would tell me that um, that's something that if a dude's kind of like down low and you're straight and he don't want to come out to you because y'all friends or whatever, and he don't want to end up the friendship, what they slick do is get women to run train on. So you think he's looking at the girl, but he that's his way of fucking you. So I've never been into threesomes or all that shit. Like, that's, I don't get down like that. But anywho, that's what happened. This girl catches herpes because she just couldn't keep her legs closed. I'm pretty sure lots of other people could have stories like this. But that's what I mean. Stuff like this wouldn't be necessary if people had discipline. Everyone needs to practice discipline. Take the time out to get to know someone. You know, it shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, shit shouldn't be, if you're gonna have sex with someone in a short period of time, then at least get tested. I don't understand how people are going through this stuff. Just how you get tested to make sure that you're good and you're clean, and they're good and they're clean. Well, you should do the same thing with your relationships. Like, you wouldn't have the tea, you wouldn't have bad experiences if you just practice. Um, I'll say safe sex, but we're talking about that. But yeah, still practice safe sex, and just practice getting to know somebody, feel someone out. Talk. If you talk and vibe and really take the time out to get to know someone, meaning their DNA, their family, um, their genetic history. You know, what are things that their relatives and ancestors and siblings have done. You got to do your research. Then you wouldn't have these bad experiences because you would know, like, oh, okay, well, see, y'all got the T on stupid shit, but you don't have the T on blood type, family history, you know, their what background checks. You don't have the T on them things. So if you would just take the time out to actually, you know, vibe and get to know someone and you know, do a thorough background check on people, then you could just say, you know, well, kind of from after knowing your blood type, your family genetics, you know, background check, family history, all that shit. I don't think this gonna work out. Or it could be I think you're a cool choice for me. So don't come on here blaming people for your downfalls. All y'all 72,000 women, including men, this applies to men too. But you open your legs to that man. You fuck with that man. You did that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't say you didn't, because you did. You looked at that man. You lusted off that man. And you laid on your back. And yes, the hell you did. Shut the fuck up. Yes, the hell you did. You laid on your back. You spread your legs for that man. You let Pookie and Ray Ray run that train. Okay, it might have not been a train. But you let a Pookie and a Ray Ray get all up in that. Messed up your that's another thing. Stop blaming men for y'all pH levels. Man ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Clean yourself. Make sure he's clean before, so you're not making sure that he's clean before he gets in you. I don't get it, woman. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get how everything is just man's fault. But you allowing this ish. Get tested. Make sure he gets tested. Make sure you know pH levels are straight, because the only way they're not gonna be straight, and oh my god, y'all so nasty, is if you let a dude put it inside you that's been inside another woman without being clean. Make sure he clean before you do that. Make sure you get tested. Make sure you get to know someone. Make sure you do a DNA genetic test. Make sure you do a background check. If all these things are being done, then you won't have to deal with stupid shit like this. Goofy ass. So that's all I want to say to this. I honestly hope that all y'all get it together. You can hate me, not like me. You know, you could throw any cuss words, comments, praises, diss. You know what I mean? All accepted over here. Insults, hate speech, all that. Just come on with it. Bring it on. Because I know I'm right. Stop letting goofy ass women talk for y'all good women. Stop lusting. Stop hating on people and being mad because of your own personal choices. You grown ass adults. You should know better. You should know how to, you should know all this. But if you don't, you could just watch this video and maybe it help you somehow. But man, fuck that T app. Y'all got what y'all deserve. Now look at you. That is extremely ironic. If you want to know the definition of irony, just go to that T app. T app drama. That's what irony is. Because y'all got it bad. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I just hope people learn from this and move on accordingly. And it'd be funny if men did the same thing. If men made an app and start telling on y'all like it's goofyism. But for all that being said, I'm about to get my day started. So I appreciate and thank those that tuned in, all 16 of you. But nah, peace, love, and unity. Until next time, you've been listening to and watching Keeping Up with Har. I'm Har, your host. Peace out.